Hello guys, like a video and subscribe a Luxury Wheels TV channel for more upcoming updates. There are cars that demand your attention, and then there are machines that steal your breath before you even realize you are staring. The 2026 Lamborghini Huracan SUV belongs to the latter. The first time I saw it cloaked in matte black, it didn't look like an automobile at all. It looked like a vision, something forged in shadows, born from a place where imagination and rebellion collide. It stood there like a myth brought to life, a predator disguised as a luxury vehicle, a statement carved in steel and carbon fiber. In that moment, I knew that Lamborghini had rewritten the rules of performance, style, and presence in one unrepeatable stroke. Imagine an icon reborn, but not simply extended into the future, elevated into another dimension altogether. The Huracan SUV is not just Lamborghini building an SUV. It is Lamborghini daring the world to rethink what an SUV can be. Forget everything you know about bulk and practicality, about comfort stitched into compromise. This is not a compromise. It is a declaration of war on mediocrity. Its stance, its silhouette, the matte black finish that swallows light and reflects menace. It all speaks a language only Lamborghini has the courage to articulate. One glance is enough to tell you this is not a luxury toy. This is a machine sculpted for legends. As your eyes trace the body, you notice immediately how different it feels from anything else on the road. SUVs are meant to look imposing, but the Huracan SUV feels predatory. The design is sharper, bolder, and utterly unapologetic. Its front fascia is an angry scowl, a low-slung growl that sits menacingly above an SUV frame. The headlights are dagger-like, slicing through the air with the piercing gaze of a wild animal. Every line on this vehicle feels intentional, not just aerodynamic, but symbolic, like it is carving itself out of the ordinary world into something higher, more untouchable. It is not an SUV shaped for the city. It is a machine designed for the asphalt battlefield. The matte black paint transforms it into something that words can only scratch the surface of. Black cars are not new, but Lamborghini has mastered the art of turning black into a character of its own. Under the lights, it doesn't shimmer, it doesn't glow. Instead, it absorbs, it dominates, it pulls everything around it into its orbit. It is stealth wrapped in elegance, a shadow dressed as speed. When parked, it looks like it is waiting to pounce. When in motion, it doesn't just move, it stalks like a panther set free. And this transformation of mere paint into personality is what Lamborghini does better than anyone, giving a car soul through design. And then there is the sound. The Huracan SUV borrows the spirit of its coupe sibling, the same feral roar, but it refines it, amplifies it, and adapts it to an SUV presence. Press the ignition and the engine snarls awake deep and guttural, a sound that belongs to no ordinary world. Rev it and the note rises into something savage, primal, like an opera written for gods of speed. Lamborghini knows its sound is not just about power. It is about intimidation, about seduction, about reminding you and everyone within earshot that this machine is alive and untamed. On an open road, the Huracan SUV does not blend into traffic. It announces itself like a storm. Its V8 hybrid symphony tearing through silence with unapologetic ferocity. Performance, as expected, is staggering. Lamborghini did not bring the Huracan name to an SUV just for branding. No, they injected its DNA into every inch of this creation. Under the hood, the hybrid twin-turbo V8 system delivers a thunderous wave of horsepower that pushes this SUV from standstill to supercar speed in seconds. And yet, it does not feel reckless. It feels orchestrated, like an explosion captured in a bottle. tamed just enough to let you ride the chaos without being consumed by it. The Huracan SUV doesn't just accelerate, it catapults, it propels, it grabs hold of the road and bends it to its will. Corners that should intimidate you become opportunities to grin. Straightaways feel like invitations to test limits you didn't even know existed. Step inside and you enter a cockpit, not a cabin. Lamborghini has no patience for the ordinary trappings of luxury. Yes, it is comfortable. Yes, it is exquisite. But above all, it feels purposeful. The dashboard isn't designed to make you relax. It is designed to make you feel alive. Hexagonal motifs dominate, sharp angles surround you, and everything points toward one truth. You are the driver, and this is your command center. The matte black theme continues here, accented with carbon fiber, alcantara, and glowing red touches that pulse with the heartbeat of performance. Sit in the driver's seat, and you feel less like a commuter and more like a pilot awaiting clearance for takeoff. Technology, too, takes on a different role here. It doesn't overwhelm you with screens just for the sake of modernity. Instead, it integrates seamlessly, intuitive but discreet, giving you everything you need without distracting from the purity of driving. The digital cluster adapts to your mood, calm and refined in city cruising, aggressive and animated when you unleash its fury on the open road. Every flick of a switch, every press of a paddle feels engineered to remind you that you are in a Lamborghini, not just an SUV with a badge. Yet, what truly separates the Huracan SUV from every other SUV in existence is not just its design, its speed, or even its luxury. It is its spirit. This is a vehicle that refuses to belong to categories. It doesn't play in the SUV arena. It doesn't fight the usual rivals. It stands outside of them, daring them to chase a shadow they will never catch. Porsche, Ferrari, Aston Martin, Bentley, they all make SUVs now. But none of them have dared to create something like this. Lamborghini hasn't built an SUV that feels like a car, or a car that feels like an SUV. They have built something else entirely, something untouchable. Take it to the city, and you'll feel every head snap in your direction. Park it, and it becomes an instant icon surrounded by whispers and smartphones raised to capture a glimpse. Take it to the mountains, and it devours the terrain with a balance that feels impossible for its size. On the track, it reminds you of its hurricane roots, diving into corners with aggression, clawing out of them with stability and force. Wherever you take it, the Huracan SUV adapts, transforms, and dominates. And that adaptability is what makes it not just a Lamborghini SUV, but a Lamborghini rebirth of the SUV. But perhaps what struck me most was the emotional experience of driving it. Cars can be fast, cars can be beautiful, but very few can make you feel something deeper. The Huracan SUV makes you feel untouchable. It makes you feel like you are commanding not just a machine, but a myth. In its presence, you become part of something larger, something primal, something unstoppable. This is not transportation. It is transformation. It is not utility. It is freedom reimagined. The 2026 Lamborghini Huracan SUV in matte black is more than a vehicle. It is a message to the industry that Lamborghini will never follow trends. They will set them. A message to the driver that you do not have to choose between practicality and passion. A message to the world that some machines are not meant to be understood, only to be experienced. This car is not for everyone. It is for the dreamers, the rebels, the ones who still believe that driving is not just about reaching a destination, but about writing a story along the way. And when you close the door, grip the wheel, and press that ignition button, the story begins with a roar that shakes not just the road beneath you, but something inside you as well. That is the magic of Lamborghini. That is the legacy of the Huracan, and now in SUV form, it has been reborn, darker, sharper, more unapologetic than ever. The world has never seen an SUV like this before, and perhaps it never will again.